Welcome back, everyone. This is Etcher bringing you through the pilot stream for Genpei War Reignites. We will be playing as the Taira,
these turbulent times.
trying to take on both the Minamoto clans and winning the war. This is just a test stream for the Run Friday. Mostly, I'm going to go over a lot of lore, and I'm going to do a lot of setup at the beginning, so I don't know how much gameplay will get done. First thing I want to do is I need to go into edit clan. I want to change this to, where is it? Where is Namioka? Shinju. That's Kai, that's good, and we need authority of the ruler. Second thing I need to do, castles. Add a stable to every one of these castles. Do they have a horse ranch here? Yeah. That's that one done. And nice to see you, Ikari, as always. That has no horse ranch. Stable. For those unfamiliar with the Genpei War, the Genpei War was a war fought over the Emperor, essentially. Because Kiyomori had tried to install his son Antoku as Emperor instead of the acting Emperor at the time, Go Saigo. Doing so caused the Minamoto to revolt against the Taira clan, along with the Fujiwara clan, who had been ousted from the court under Kiyomori himself. Unfortunately for the Taira, Kiyomori would die the first year after the war started, and the Taira would proceed to lose the war in the year 1185, after Munenori, his son, had taken over. As all of them would be caught in the Battle of Don no Ura at sea, or at least the majority of them. And basically, they were, well, they mostly committed suicide, and the ones that did not commit suicide were either exiled or executed. It was a brutal 5-year conflict resulting in many deaths, and the birth of the Kamakura Shogunate. I think that should do it for these guys, right? I missed nothing? Easy way to find out, because I know I got a stable everywhere, is do this. Castle. Yeah, if I do it like this, I can check to make sure that I've done this right. Yeah. Wait. Oh. Yeah. No, they all have stables. A way to tell. Okay, yeah. That's Kochi, so that's done there. Now I need to... Okay, first thing... Another thing I'm gonna do... Well, I said this is gonna be indefinite. There is a trick to it that will come along later. For us. Already allied. And when I said everyone around the capital, I mean mostly those bordering, like, well, what was the Miyoshi. So about like this for the first 3 years for them. But that does remind me I need to do this. Let me double check my own stuff for this real quick. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought, but I wanted to double check and make sure I was remembering my own modifiers here. So now I need to do this to every one of their castles. I'm gonna max out the troops. Wish there was a way to fast, like, max out troops, but it's really not. And that annoys the hell out of me. So far, just those three are done. I need to work on that. Yeah, the first stream for this run is going to take a lot of setup for sure. This is just meticulous more than anything. Okay, so up to... Kinda need to fix their lords at some point. Shiga-san technically is a Miyoshi. Well, no, Kamakura Minamoto Castle. So we do need to do that. But I forgot Kishiwada's their main base still in this start for some reason. I don't know why it is though. Because you'd think the Miyoshi main base would be in Nijo or something. Well, yeah. This is basically what would normally be the Miyoshi clan, so if I call Miyoshi and say Kamakura Minamoto, you get the point. Technically speaking, they could set up Way of the Miyoshi plus Way of Namioka, but I don't think the AI will do that. Considering they do have Miyoshi family members. But again, this run took a lot of work to create. Okay. So this is about how it's supposed to look when you start. They're at 70k troops. They have their cavalry already online. We're allied with Oda. We border Tokugawa. We'll go over the Kiso Minamoto officers first and who they were in history compared to, well, the Kamakura Minamoto and the Taira, because the Kiso Minamoto were very, I won't say they were small players, but they didn't do anywhere near as much. Tomoe goes in. Tomoe was, for all intents and purposes, an Onabushi who served under Yoshinaka Minamoto for 2 years. She was known for defending a castle with only, I believe it was 600 or 300 soldiers. I'm not, somewhere around that amount, against a 2,000 troop Taira garrison. She was a renowned archer and an Onabushi. She's also noted for having killed the head of the Musashi clan at the time, which I don't know who that would have been off the top of my head. I don't remember the name. But Female warriors because she's an Onobushi and was good at castle defense. Marksman, since muskets replaced bows in this game. Decapitator for who she killed. Fixed fire because again she killed a lot of people with arrows. Bulwark Razor Gold. Increased max HP castles for provisions. And Wei Takeda. She is going to be really annoying if we have to fight her. 80 leadership, 90 valor, 60 and 40 politics. And the thing is, Yoshinaka himself gave up his life to let her get away, and she became a Buddhist nun afterwards. So he valued her very highly. Kanehira Imai. Red Demons, First Blood, Red Cavalry, Cavalry Commander, Cavalry Supplier, Wei Takeda. Kanehira was Yoshinaka's right-hand man. He's most famous for during Yoshinaka's last stand, he jumped off his horse, sword in his mouth, to attack the Kamakura Minamoto soldiers. And I believe he even... No, he didn't kill anyone. I don't think. But, yeah, First Blood, because he was the first to attack. Red Cavalry, because he was riding a horse. Cavalry Commander, because Horse General. Cavalry Supplier Gold. Same thing. Wei Takeda, because everyone has it. And Red Demons of E. Yoshinaka himself took advantage of the fighting between Kamakura Minamoto and Taira during his off time not fighting the Taira to burn the Imperial Palace, I believe, if not just take it over and kidnap the Emperor. Now is the time for how he burned the palace, cunning for how he betrayed the Kamakura Minamoto, who were an ally at the time, tried to kidnap the Emperor. Cavalry Commander, because he's noted for most likely founding what would become the Takeda. Castle Raid, again, taking castle, burning castles. Cavalry Drill, Gold, probably never going to see it used, but again, he was a cavalry guy. Wei Takeda, again. And they get the whole support of this officer corps. And anyone who knows anything about the Takeda knows that officer corps ain't lazy. So they got 3 really strong generals. Also, they hate us, so yeah. Now, explaining the lore behind the Kamakura Minamoto and the Taira, I'm going to do a lot of bouncing back and forth because they were the core part of the conflict. There was also the Fujiwara up north, but I omitted them mainly because the Fujiwara themselves were not samurai like the Taira Minamoto. They resided in Tohoku, and most of them were court nobles, politicians, scholars, and stuff of that like, with no warfare experience whatsoever. And they were also branched off into many different divisions around the time of the Genpei War, which would have made it very difficult to create something for them. For that, I am sad. Hey, Wolf's Heart, we just got done going over the history of the Yoshinaka Minamoto armies. I don't know if you're aware of what these people did in history, but I can re-go over it again if you need me to, since this is mostly like a lore stream, test stream. To start off, and then we'll transition to gameplay later. Also, I'm still needing you to submit your officer, Wolf's Heart. Don't forget. Okay. Now, the Kamakura Minamoto and the Taira. There's a lot to talk about with these two. So, I'm gonna be bouncing back and forth, because certain officers you can't explain without explaining the other. Yoritomo Minamoto. Oh. Communion of Minds, Wave of Despair, Black Cloud Chancellor, Devious Culinary Diplomacy, and Wei Namioka. Yoritomo himself did not fight much in the war. For most of it, he was a figurehead, but he was very good at manipulating his allies to doing his dirty work, honestly. And he was also very paranoid, and would go on to kill a large portion of the Minamoto officers post-Genpei War, after he founded the shogunate. The only battle Yoritomo ever fought in was his first one coming out of exile. But yeah, Communion of Minds, because he was very good at charming people. Wave of Despair, confusing people, because he did attempt and confuse the Taira with an attack out of nowhere. Black Chancellor, because I don't know, it just felt right because he was able to talk Takeshi Minamoto into helping them, even if they did betray them in the end. Devious because he schemed against Yoshitsune very early on, and it would end up paying off for him. Culinary Diplomacy Gold was able to recruit people, and Namioka. Minamoto moved very fast during those years. But the one person you can't talk about with Yoritomo, without talking about Yoritomo, is Kagechika Oba. Kagechika Oba was a commander under the Taira clan, who, there is no known birth date. I made an educated guess based on the fact he participated in the Hogan Rebellion in 1156, where Go Saigo was returned to power, which I think he had just come of age at the time. And he died in 1181, shortly after, I believe, the death of Kiyomori. But during Yoritomo's first march out of exile, Kagechika ambushed him as he tried to attack a Taira castle, and almost killed him. He rode horses after him, and was a cavalry guy under the Taira. But yeah, I gave him ambush for how he ambushed Yoritomo during his return to regular life. Red Cavalry, Equestrian Cavalry guy on the offensive because he attacked. Cavalry Drill Silver, and Code of the Samurai. What's sad about Kagechika's story, honestly, is the fact that after he tried to chase down Yoritomo, he would actually be betrayed by someone who was working for the Taira at the time. And that man would be Kagetoki Kajiwara. Kagetoki defected from the Taira during Yoritomo's escape from exile to aid Yoritomo after he found him. He basically is the single reason Yoritomo survived his initial attack. And Kagetoki himself worked with Yoshitsune during the war, but he was actually a spy from Yoritomo to keep an eye on Yoshitsune. He did not really fight a lot. He was also known for being very treacherous and greedy, which is why I gave him Hiragumo, Way of the Ninja, Plot, Devious, because he was a spy. This guy was a spy, not very loyal. He would actually be executed in the 1600s because everyone got tired of his greed. Focused to boost successive covert actions, and Code of the Strategist, since it was either that or Code of the Ninja, and I felt it fit better. I probably should have done Code of the Ninja, to be honest. I might change that. But yeah, this guy right here is single-handed. He also tried to sabotage Yoshitsune during the final battle at Dan no Ura by telling him to row with his oars in reverse, to which Yoshitsune ignored him because he thought he was fucking stupid. Which he kind of was, but you know. I don't like Kagetoki. I'm gonna be real. I don't like this guy. I really hate him. Moving on to Naozane Kumagai. Naozane was an officer under Yoritomo who led an attack on the Taira. I believe, yeah. He attacked the Taira. I don't remember the battle name now off the top of my head, because it's been a minute. But now, Naozane would end up fighting Atsumori Taira. Atsumori was a Taira officer known for his good looks, very young at the time. He was 15, 16 years old, and when he lost the battle, he retreated, and Naozane himself came out and said, "If you are a man, you will face me." And Atsumori, in all his infinite wisdom, turned around and said, "You know who I am? I am Atsumori Taira. Everyone knows me." So Atsumori accepted his challenge despite losing the battle to duel Naozane. But after seeing how much Atsumori himself looked like his son, Naozane became hesitant to kill him. However, Kamakura Minamoto reinforcements were on the way at the time, and since they were just arriving, Naozane did not have any choice and had to kill Atsumori. basically what ended up happening was Naozane killed him and then retired from the war permanently. However, when Atsumori died, he left behind his flute, which is caution. I don't know if I should have gave Atsumori caution, to be honest. It fit best since he was a retreating commander, even though he did turn about face. Reputation, because he was known for his good looks. Hot-blooded, because he obviously chose to fight back. Refined taste, because he carried a flute. He had to have been, like, scholarly in some degree. Death of Glory Gold, Way of Miyoshi. And for Naozane, after the war, would actually visit temples to beg for forgiveness for killing Atsumori after he retired from the battle. Tiger Ushu. Boost attack, enemy unit defense decrease to show how he basically freaking called him out. Decapitator, because he killed Atsumori on the offensive since he attacked and won. Refined Taste, because it said he carried Atsumori's flute until he died, as a reminder of the guy he killed. Also, hi, Agent. We're just going over lore right now. We'll get to gameplay in a minute. Yeah, Naozane retired from the war as soon as he killed Atsumori, basically, because it felt like killing his son to him. He did not, and he really thought he was going to go to hell or something when he died because of it. Dude was very regretful. And you gotta keep in mind, Atsumori at that time was 15, 16 years old. He was young when he died. Like, barely old enough to freaking fight. Ori Minamoto. He was the other top Minamoto commander besides Yoshitsune, winning numerous battles. And most of his stuff was, like, he led a sustained assault against the Taira, where after they took numerous castles, he kept winning and winning, which is why I gave him sustain as a build. Tokaido's best. Sack on the Ogre, Indomitable Spirit, Still Kicking, Domestic Priority Gold, because he sees castles in rapid succession, and of course Way of Namioka. But he was a brother to Yoritomo and one of the Kamakura Minamoto's best commanders. 75, 75, 80, 50 for his stats. Like, he was second best to Yoshitsune in their army, arguably, in terms of military commanders. Like, dude was good. I believe the officer he killed, or at least caused to retreat, is over here somewhere. Give me a second to find him. Yeah, I believe Shigehira Taira was one of Munenori's brothers, and I believe he was the one who, if I remember correctly, was the one that Noriyori kept beating over and over, because Shigehira at one point led an assault on, I don't remember the castle or area names now, but he rapidly attacked Kamaminamoto castles, took them, and then he would later lose them to Noriyori, hence why he's leaned on taking castles. Rapid assault, castle raid on the offensive, hot-blooded, storming strategy, Way of the Miyoshi. 70, 80, 60, 40. And then we got Yoshitsune himself. Yoshitsune did kill Taira officers, I think. I don't remember the names of them now. Might have even killed Yoshinaka. I can't remember off the top of my head. But he did kill some officers, so I gave him Decapitator. Based on momentum to represent how he carried the Minamoto's momentum on his back. Luring tactic for how he used the bonfires to lure the Taira out to the sea during the Battle of Don no Ura, stranding them without any land. I left Radiant Ruler because it just made sense. People's Champion Gold, Way of the Namioka, 80, 90, 60, 40. And then Benkei was just an ally of Yoshitsune's during the war in general. Faithful Fallout could be big in this run because wherever Yoshitsune goes, the people who were only considered to be his allies, Benkei and Nasu, will go with him. So if we ever cripple Kamakura Minamoto and Yoshitsune somehow leaves, these three no longer become a problem. But yeah, and of course, everyone's showing me show him off last night, but Benkei, he would help Yoshitsune during the war, but he's most famous for his Bridge Last Stand, 60 leadership, 95 valor, 30 pull, 50 int, peerless spear because he was a weapon master, unbroken pride because he fought through large hordes of archers on the bridge, last defense because last defense on the bridge, heavy crush for how he crushed those archers repeatedly, people's champion gold, code of the blade master because again he was a weapons master and a monk. It's really hard. It was really hard to justify Benkei because I don't believe he had a death date. No, he didn't have a birth date, but he had a death date. That was his problem. I also didn't know... Oh... Yeah, I don't know enough about the rest of his duels. I know he won a bunch of duels, but the only person he ever lost to was Yoshitsune, and he would duel Yoshitsune twice and lose both times. Nasu no Yoichi actually did not come of age till 1183 and only took part in the last 2 years of the Genpei War. He actually lived a very long life. I don't remember what happened to him after the war, but during the war he was an archer who worked alone and burned Taira's ships with his remarkable bowman skills, which is why I gave him what I gave him. Famous archer, so reputation, bowman because he was an archer, marksman because muskets replaced bows, basically, fixed fire. Taira's training, gold, to show he was a skilled archer, temple overseer. I believe he would visit temples actually after the Genpei War. I think that's why I gave him temple overseer, like donating stuff. And Yorimasa Minamoto, technically he is not related to Yoritomo or Yoshitsune, but he was the one who started the Genpei War. Yorimasa himself was quite old when he started the war. I gave him Way of the Namioka because he's still a Minamoto, even if he wasn't directly related. They were probably distantly related. I think you're probably right, Ancient. I'm having a hard time. They don't go over his duels too much from what I remember, though. But Yorimasa here was the Minamoto family member who started the Genpei War. He would attack. He would rebel against the Taira and Kiyomori at Midera Temple with the Midera Temple monks, and Kiyomori would proceed to surround the temple and the monks from 10 sides, where Yorimasa would commit seppuku, as the monks held off the Taira. He also was around during the time of the Hogan Rebellion in 1155, where they restored the emperor to power, and was one of the main contributors, I believe, besides Kiyomori. But since he was the guy who kind of started it all, I felt like I had to give him something. So revival for bringing the Minamoto back to relevance, battle hardened, because he's still kinda... Well, Peerless Ploy was for, yeah, the temple being surrounded, and the Tairas took some casualties, I guess, when he fought off the monks. I guess Peerless Ploy was supposed to represent the monks holding off the Taira while he committed suicide. Heroic Resolve. I'm blanking on why I gave him Heroic Resolve for a moment. Because he resolved to restore the proper emperor, I guess, and bring the Minamoto back to relevance. That's probably what I was thinking when I did that. I think Battle Hardened is because he tried to fight off the Taira for as long as he did before he committed suicide. Fortress Infrastructure Gold, because again, despite losing, they did hold their ground really well. And Way of the Namioka, because again, Minamoto, Kamakura Minamoto. Yuki Ie Minamoto. He was the uncle who worked with Yoshitsune to rebel against Yoritomo after the Genpei War was over. He was one of the Minamoto's worst commanders during the Genpei War, losing almost every battle he fought in. Like, he was really bad. His main relevance comes from the fact, well, he plotted with Yoshitsune to get rid of Yoritomo once the war was over. Of course, he also failed there, so that tells you everything you need to know. I think he was also executed afterwards. But retreat tactics because he ran away a lot, plot devious for how he planned to portray Yoritomo, long game, silver, way of the Namioka, and perturbed. But yeah, that's the backstory of all the Kamakura Minamoto clan officers. I said Nasu was the weakest one in the stream last night, and I forgot about him. That's my excuse. I forgot Yukie was that uncle who was so bad at everything. God, I hate this guy. Not because he was relevant, but because he was just so bad. Like, how are you so bad? You fail at an assassination plan. You lose every battle you fight in the war you lead. And your freaking and children had to bail you out. All I know is that if I was him, I wasn't going home after that. I freaking hate Yukie. What a bum. And now we'll go over the rest of the Taira clan officers. Kiyomori Taira. He was the leader of the Taira clan during the Hogan Rebellion and helped during that to restore the Emperor to power. He was only the leader of the Taira clan for the first year of the Genpei War, and died, I believe, 1181, 1182. But during the one attack on the Minamoto, where the guy committed... yeah, Kiyomori himself was so strong politically, he managed to turn the court fully Taira. He's going to be around for maybe like 10 years, and things are going to change when he dies. I'm not going to explain, because it's going to be a modifier later, but yeah, thicker than water, because they were family-based, Viceroy's authority, because he was basically, he really was trying to usurp the emperor with a Taira emperor, so because he was that strong politically in the courts, Sly Fox, Taira very dominant over other clans, he forced all the other clans out of the court, 10-pronged assault for the one battle he fought during the war, strength in numbers gold, max soldier increase, decreased unit abilities, way of Miyoshi. He's like our best officer, guys. It gets worse. I've already explained Kagechika's thing to y'all. But what happened to Kagechika was after Yoritomo escaped, Kagechika would later try and regroup with the Taira forces during the next battle and would get captured by Yoritomo and executed for the humiliation. That's what I found really sad about Kagechika. He got captured just trying to regroup and killed after he kicked Yoritomo's ass, frankly. I'm a huge Kagechika fan, because this man put belt to ass. He kicked Yoritomo's... And then you have Noritsune Taira. We're very top-heavy in the Taira. Noritsune, I believe, was one of the Taira's better commanders, and I believe he killed someone, one of the Minamoto generals, and he won the first sea battle the Taira had against the Minamoto, which is why I gave him Sea God. I think he was known for being very brash, if I remember correctly, and aggressive, which is why I gave him Rapid Assault, Like a Boy, Decapitator, because he killed the guy. Yeah, he was known for being a very aggressive invader type guy. Even pursuing them after they won the sea battle, I believe. And I don't remember if he got killed for it. I think he did get killed for it by Yoshitsune, but I can't fully recall now. I started this like 2 weeks ago. Rapid Assault, Like a Boy, Decapitator, Sea God, People's Champion Silver, Way of the Miyoshi, 75, 85, 65, 40. Tomonori Taira. He won a lot of battles, also responsible for the sea battle win alongside Noritsune, which is why he has Sea God, All or Nothing. He was known for being very eccentric. He was like a scholar and a military commander, I believe, type guy. Just very eccentric, very out there type guy. And he was very good at winning defensive battles, I believe, which is why I gave him Indomitable, eccentric, because he was kind of really eccentric for the time. All or Nothing. Sea God for the sea battle win. Recruiting Operation Silver, Way of the Miyoshi. And we already talked about Atsumori and why I did what I did with him. And Kagekyo here, again, Kagekyo had no birth date, just like Kagechika, and he's not even in the history books, really. He's only briefly mentioned in the Tale of Heikai. I don't know how you pronunciate that, actually, but I think anyone familiar with the area will know what I'm talking about. So I had to make a loose guess on his birth year, based off other information. I think he was also maybe around during Hogan Rebellion, but Kagekyo was one of the Taira members who survived the Genpei War, and he plotted to assassinate Yoritomo, which is why I gave him plot devious. And there's an excerpt from the Tale Heikai, I think is how they pronunciate it. If I'm butchering this, forgive me, where he tried to strangle a Minamoto's officer. Yeah, he tried to. According to the Tale Heikai, Kagekyo tried to strangle a Minamoto officer by grappling him, and as soon as he heard reinforcements, he left. Which is why I gave him Speedy, Hot-Blooded, because he attacked a Minamoto officer, Unprovoked, Soldier, whatever, Military Lieutenant Silver, and Way of the Miyoshi, because Taira, and I don't even know why I did Military Lieutenant for him. It doesn't make a lot of sense, to be honest, but Koromori Taira, I believe he was he was a scholar, and I think he was one of the military commanders during the Genpei War. He was in the later generation, what I call the second generation of Taira. And I believe either him or, what's his name, Tadanori are credited in the Tale Heikai with creating the 100 poems. I believe it is Koromori, though, who is credited with the creation of the 100 poems. He took a castle and was a renowned poet, which is why I gave him refined taste, poet, scholar type, 100 poems, because I believe that was the thing he created, if it wasn't the other one. Either way, he was a poet, so it made sense. Potential, Castle Raid, Trade Tenant Silver, Way of the Miyoshi. Munamori Taira here was the heir to the Taira clan after Kiyomori died. Unlike Kiyomori before him, Munanori was very aggressive and military-minded, but had no skill in military warfare whatsoever. And that was his big problem, is Munanori himself was very aggressive and liked attacking, but he had no skill in military. And it was said on Kiyomori's deathbed, he told his wife, which we'll find her eventually, that he wanted Munanori to take over no matter what. Munanori would then proceed to commit suicide at Den-no in 1185 alongside the rest of the clan, as the Taira just kept losing battles. But because he was considered to be a very aggressive leader, I gave him heroic resolve on the offensive to show he had an aggressive leadership style, Viceroy's authority because he was a Taira clan member, retreat tactics because he ran from a lot of battles, rapid supply, silver, and Way of the Miyoshi. Sugihira, we went over his thing. His whole thing was raiding castles in rapid succession, then losing them. And Tadanori here was a military commander. I think he was actually a famous Taira military commander, which is why I gave him reputation, 100 poems, because he was also a poet, because he had the same thing as Koromori, but I think he isn't the one credited with the creation of the 100 poems, if I remember correctly. I think he was just a poet, but I still felt it right to give him 100 poems. I think he was mostly a scholar guy who fought in like a couple battles, very famous scholar, which is why I gave him 100 poems, reputation, refined taste, and then rapid assault because he did fight as an officer in battles and did take out soldiers. Tokiko Taira was Kiyomori's wife. I need to fix that in a minute and marry them off. She was an advisor to Munanori after Kiyomori died, and she was very good at flattering people and a very good diplomat and was very devoted to the husband and her clan, which is why I gave her potential, eloquence, flattery, utmost devotion, culinary diplomacy, silver, and of course Way of the Miyoshi. She was an advisor to the son after the father's death, and while she never fought directly in the war itself, she was a very capable advisor to just a hot-headed youth, and committed suicide alongside her son. And with that, outside of the custom officers for the run, I believe we've gone over everyone in the history at this point, and we can move on to the gameplay. I think that was everyone. Not retire. But yeah, that's the backstory on pretty much all of these people. I'm pretty sure that was everyone I created. That was... And if you ask me why anyone was left out from the more minor players, the answer was I didn't have enough information to do anything with on them because their deeds were too brief. But yeah, we have 3 years here with Kamakura Minamoto where they're going to be locked up by capital alliances. But in that time, we are going to need to book it and take this problem out ASAP. We do have the Oda to rely on if push comes to shove. Up until, I believe, I also extended all the lifespans of these guys by 20 years that didn't live to old age. Because most of the officers died in their 30s that were in the Genpei War. Outside of maybe some of the winners. And because of that, I felt the lifespans were too short and extended most of them by 10-20 years. But with that being said, we can now actually start playing the game, because I've gone over lore and everything. And there's nothing else I can really do at the moment. But yeah, the Genpei War has a lot of lore to it. I don't want Atsumori here at the moment. And I encourage anyone who wants to read more about the period, because I'm sure I missed something somewhere, to go and read it yourself. We'll put Noritsune in charge there. And we'll put... I want to give Tomonori a castle right off the bat. If I remember correctly, Tomonori and Noriyori were actually rivals during the Genpei War. And would often trade battles when they fought each other.
I'm in your debt.
McHugh, Monomori. Most of the custom officers would be good for tenants off the bat. Oh, no, you can stay independent. Why did I not? I thought I made her kin. I might have to fix that. I gotta think here a minute. Oh,
Give my sincerest thanks.
I just gotta hope she don't leave, I guess. I don't feel right leaving this at 100 every time. Hey. So I'm going to change this back to 0, but we are refreshing this every year till a certain event happens. It won't happen during the stream. The official stream run will start, I believe, Friday is what I said. And I think I'm going to leave it that way. What do I give these people? Right, I have Kia with Expert Fortify. I should think about that. My immediate thought when you say that, Ancient, is maybe like an Age of Empires title. But I don't think it would be one of those. We lose our equestrian if we do that is the thing. I don't want to put Kia anywhere because I want her for... How do I want to do this? What does Tomonori have again? Sea God. And my other Sea God guy happens to be my other lord. Oh. We're gonna boost Noritsune's offensive capabilities, I think.
I'm deeply.
Yeah, I don't know. There's so many games that came out around the DS era that just never stuck around that I really couldn't tell you. Might be worth putting Limp Bizkit over here just for... We lose Expert Fortifier, but we already got that. Kia is my officer I just decided to include in the run since we never reached submission cap. If we ever do reach submission caps, I will take my own officers out, but we haven't gotten that far yet to where that happens. So, yeah. Jade. Quit it. Sorry, dealing with my cat a moment. She's being a brat. What if I... Yeah, I can... Is there... You, quit it. I want to leave Muna Noise since he's going to be the heir, but Kiyomori's not going to die immediately either, so I don't know what to think here. It's really hard with the way I have to set up on what I want to do. Let's put Atsumori there. We'll sacrifice Tasty, I think.
You have my thanks.
And then figure it out from there. I want to keep Tokiko with Kiyomori. I should have maybe gave her Oath of the Dagger. Since she... But her... I don't know. And I want to make Tokiko too strong. But Oath of the Dagger instead of Utmost Devotion might have been worth more. I'm thinking about changing that to Oath of the Dagger. Since she was by the Taira side until the end of her life. But, I don't know. I'm just kind of rambling some thoughts I have right now.
You've my sincerest thanks.
I need to give someone a castle eventually. Well, Kawamori would be the first one I'd give a castle to, I think. Yeah. So, I did that. Because I can't spend too long building up is the thing. I need to move fast. Oh yeah, Age of Empires did have that grid-based title on the DS, didn't they? I forgot about that. That was a fun game, actually. I played it.
I'm in your debt.
I'm deeply grateful.
Kawamori can go over there. And Toby and Ikari did choose the same portraits, and I'm seeing how it works for this stream, but Ikari's already given me other portraits I can go with if I find it too confusing, so I will keep that in mind. I also learned last night, Expert Fortifier still works with... Yeah, there was an Age of Empires DS port, like, a long time ago, Wolfsword. It was a fun game, though. I enjoyed it when I played it. I should have grabbed Authority of the Ruler. Oh well.
Might I borrow you?
I don't remember. Is Nagashima considered part of... Yeah, it was a very long time ago. Does anyone remember if Nagashima here is considered part of Tokai, or is it part of the capital? I don't remember now. And I did turn all diplomacy off at the start, just so Oda doesn't auto-ally Tokugawa, because that kind of would defeat the point of the run for me.
I will.
But yeah, we don't have a lot of confused abuse in this force, which...
How should we proceed?
Maybe better, maybe worse. Well, no, we got a couple confused people, since we have Kiyomori in them. The main thing I'm worried about attacking Tokugawa in this run is attracting... Okay, I thought so, but I couldn't remember. I kind of am thinking about taking Nagashima, but I also would have to worry about the anti-Oda Taira coalition then. Because the Rokaku, if they call on Kamakura Minamoto to attack us, Because this is 3 years I'm going to have to deal with this front being tied up like this. But the thing is, if I try and go this way, I might get pulled into war with them too early. But if I go this way, I'm getting pulled into war with Kiso Minamoto because both sides hate me. So I've set myself exactly the problem. If it opens me up to Rokaku, and they have a 3-year alliance with the Kamakura Minamoto because of the modifiers. So if they do any amount of goodwill with these guys, I just die. Because there's no way we're taking on a 70k army with 30k's in the capital. Like, it could end the run super early if I try this. I think my best bet is to go towards Ieyasu and fight off Imagawa plus Kiso. Not because I want to, but because I think I gotta try and clean these guys up. Oh my god, I forgot to do that. Give me a minute. We are gonna do something to make them change their castle lords, because I almost forgot to do it. And thank you, Archive, for reminding me you can do this. No, wait. How do I do this again? There was an easy way to do this at one point, I remember. Fuck that. How did I do this again? There was a way I did this last time. Here. You. Cat. Knock it off. What are you... Yeah, leave it alone. Feel like I've done more explaining than gameplay this stream, but I thought that was bound to happen, so... What was I... Right. Hey, Thomas. You missed the lawyer and everything part of the stream. We're mostly getting to the gameplay and fixing the castle lords at this point. How long have I been live for? Only 45 minutes. But yeah, this is just a pilot stream for Reignites, which will start Friday, around the same time. Shadow, stop it. Why are y'all both being ornery today? It wasn't... Ugh. Yeah, okay, let's... Like this, yeah. Scroll down... No. Yeah, this is how I did it before. This, double. Like, who are bad lords that can temporarily move to our clan and then move back? Does this not work the way I need it to? Oh, there it goes. I was wondering why I couldn't find them. But yeah, we're gonna move a few of these guys over to our clan for a minute. Just long enough for them to move in some new officers. I'm never touching that clan again with a 10-foot pole, I will tell you that now. I don't want to play on a Gakoji ever again. I blame Wolf's Heart, by the way, for that. Wolf's Heart showed me a run where they were surviving for years on end. I thought I could do it. And then I regretted my whole life choices. Yes, it was, Wolf's Heart. How dare you show me that they can survive? And we'll leave the Miyoshi guys. Though, if they want to swap those guys out... Actually, no. We'll leave Masayu? No. But yeah, this is the easiest way I know to do it without losing track of putting back the officers. If anyone knows a better way of doing this with the lords and stuff, then be my guest and tell me. But this is the best way I found to get them to swap the officers around. Also, this angers me that if they're a regent, you can't swap them around And for some reason, the Kiso start as a regent to Takeda. Hello, Toby. You missed the lore part, but we're getting to the part where we're fixing castle lords and actually going to start playing the game. Am I already using all my labor? I am. Have they fixed their lords yet? Alzane's in charge. Was he not bad enough that he popped up? Yeah, stream's gonna be up later anyway, so you'll be able to see it then too. Okay, yeah, I can move the Miyoshi guys back because Kamakura Minamoto is now using all their guys, I believe, as lords as intended. I'm just not gonna go out of my way to deal with trying to fix this ancient, because I was gonna move him back afterwards anyways is the thing, so it really doesn't matter. It's just one less castle I can get them to try and do whatever with. That's the problem I'm having right now, is the Kiso Minamoto won't use a custom. No, submissions are still open until Thursday. This is just a test stream. Around the time I get up Friday morning is when the officer submissions are going to be completely done. But I'd prefer them submitted by Thursday night if possible. We're just testing the run and seeing how this is going to go. I need to move these people back. It sucks that Takeda officers are so good that the Kiso Minamoto do not want to use their officers that I gave them for this run. I've seen them use Tomoe once, but they have never given Kanehira a castle, but I'm sure it'll fix itself eventually. It just annoys the hell out of me that they do that. I'm gonna keep passing by these. The hardest part of this run right now is actually just remembering which clan each one goes to, because you'd think having two of the same clan, they'd try and differentiate them, but these are just both Minamoto clan with two different symbols. Frickin' idiots. Hate these. They did not think of you freaking swapping the daimyos around temporarily for something like this, clearly. But yeah, the main thing you've missed, Archive, is we just went over the lore portions. We're just now getting to the gameplay. I don't even know what you're trying to say, Thomas. You got me lost, buddy. They were never going to be a part of this run. I might do that as its own run at some point, but this is all Genpei War stuff for this run. Down the line, if I choose to do a Fall of the Samurai run, I will probably do it as like the Shinsengumi or something, but for the moment... That might be something I can try, Ancient. I just don't know if I even boost... I feel like the stats are strong enough where they should be considered, especially with their traits. But does the AI actively check stats for better lords, or no? Because wouldn't that just lead the AI to replace them, only to then demote them once I lowered their stats back down? You missed a lot of lore, man. But other than that, you haven't missed much. I'm just trying to make sure I move everyone back. And that I don't have any holdovers from trying to get these guys to use their custom officers. Yeah, okay, we're good. But as you can see, the anti-Oda Taira... Yeah. I mean, y'all can always go and watch me explain the lore and everything in y'all's own time. I don't really want to have to repeat it because we just spent 50 minutes on it and we won't get any gameplay done. But yeah, this will be left up as a VOD afterwards where y'all can watch whenever y'all want to get the full lore and everything because I did break everything down as best as I could. And the modifiers are online, as you can tell. They have their horse ranch, they have their stables. Oh, he put Tomoe over here. Where'd he put Kanehira then? Kanehira's with Katsuyori, isn't he? Yeah, he's with Kats... No? Where is Kanehira? Is he in the main castle? He might be in the main castle. No, he... Why is... Okay, they got Alright, that's good then. No, I got... Kanehira is in Iwadono, and they have Tomoe and Kiso Fukushima. Which... I still don't know how to fix the regen problem that Takara have here, outside of Angel Warrior's suggestion of setting Yoshiyasu to 20 and having him rebel. Because I really want them to replace him as a lord, but he's regent, so I can't move him out of the clan. Which is so annoying. Let me move the regent out if I want to move the regent to another clan, and then put him back, Koei. Why is it so damn restrictive? No fun, police. But yeah, if I try and go this way right now, the problem ends up the Kamakura Minamoto could be called on by the Rokaku if I try and attack Nagashima, and then we are dead. We are not surviving this, especially with Benkei here. I think my play has to be, for the time Kiyomori's alive, go east, take out Kiso Minamoto. And unfortunately, Ujizane is in the way, same with Ieyasu. Pray to God I either make an alliance with the Hojo or they don't attack me. And then, hopefully by then, Kiyomori will likely be dying. And another modifier I have planned will kick in, will carve through the center here, and go towards the final showdown. That's the idea of how I think this run will go. But first things first, we gotta get through the Tanuki. Oh, it's Sune.
We must think before we act.
I go west, I'm getting bogged down. That's the problem. By Rokaku plus Kamakura Minamoto. Because as one of the modifiers, the Kamakura Minamoto have max level training grounds in every castle. They're at 70k just to start. I don't think you understand. I'm going to be giving all this land up to Kiso Minamoto if I go this way. These guys are locked down by a 3-year coalition around the capital clans. If I don't go this way, they're sweeping through here and killing me because they hate me. I attack Kongonji. The Rokaku will call on these guys who hate me to kill me. My only saving grace is I have Nobunaga until Kiyomori dies. This run is not gonna be easy. It was never intended to be easy either.
We must think before we act.
All main villain Minamoto, yeah. Just like history itself, the Minamoto are our biggest ops. Let's get Kiyomori out there, and
Don't fall behind.
alongside the sun.
Quite. We move to seize their castle. With me, the lot of you.
It feels really bad when I have to fight Ieyasu of all people right off the bat. Six units. We have no tribes, do we? Now the Oda have control of the tribe. Oops.
My blade thirsts.
Only 3. Back up north, Sune. I need to move this down. Pretty much, that's the idea behind the run. Because, fun fact, under Nobunaga, the Oda claimed to be of Taira descent. They were the only clan in the Sengoku Judai to claim to be of Taira descent. Specifically, though, it was only under Nobunaga. They did not do that after Nobunaga died for some reason. And I still don't know why they didn't do it after Nobunaga died as well. I'm going to assume it was the fall from grace and the change of leadership, most likely. Yeah, okay. Let's commit to this fight now.
It's to be a field battle. Take formation.
We are outnumbered by 1,000 troops. They have one more unit. But it's a tribe. This is where I would call on Nobunaga if I had any points assigned. But I'm not giving myself free points. I'll re-up the alliance every year. But I'm not giving myself free points for this. I'm leaving all events on, but in the case that Honoji doesn't proc, Nobutada would take over, yes.
The thought of losing has never entered my mind.
Eccentric! He's very eccentric,
Think before
guys.
we act.
I think he's a very eccentric man. With Sune and Kagechika.
We're taking control of that key point. Build the spear wall.
Build the spear wall.
How
Where's
delightful.
it going?
What?
You.
Protect the path.
No, 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 no. No, no, no. Do not do this. You piece of crap.
Your wish is my command.
I don't know who this tribe thought he was, but he's not him.
What? Soldiers,
Go around.
we move now. Quite.
Is there a way I can revoke his order so Eccentric keeps
I
procking?
will.
We'll drive them back.
But it really depends on if the Oda build up enough momentum to Kamakura, to steamroll Kamakura Minamoto,
All who dare
or
stand before
if Kamakura Minamoto can hold out till Honoji, what happens.
Now.
Because the main reason I didn't do 1572 like I wanted to do, and I explained this already, is when I did this in 1572, the Oda still rolled the capital. Because originally my plan was to have Kamakura replace the Shogunate, but the problem with that ended up being that the Oda in 1572 is too strong and rolled the map. Which is why I ultimately did not do 1572 for this and opted to do 1567. Because since we're going to be in a Wari, the Oda will be in a much weaker state. Like a board proc.
my tactics will see us through this
Well,
battle.
Tomonori historically was a very eccentric person. That's the thing. And this was the best portrait I could find based off what
Secure the key
I could
point.
get on information on what he might have looked like.
Will not waste this chance. This cannot be.
If I thought there was a better portrait based on what the game gave me for him, I would have chose something else. But based off description and what the game gave me, this was the best
The
fit.
enemy will soon lie broken. To think that my might would be better.
What's he also even doing? I don't even know what he's doing. He's just sitting there. Pretty much a lot of the time, yeah. I think 1560, 1567 Oda is them at their weakest, if you're not counting the fictional strikes, to be honest. And even then, that's mostly a...
To think that my my might would be
Yeah,
fair.
Tomonori
This is the moment
was
we
a very
waited
special
for.
kind of just eccentric man. Historically.
How delightful.
I don't think he was as strong as Keiji, but he was definitely a capable commander.
Now, my tactics. will
Considering
see
one
us
of the
triumph.
Minamoto guys was his quote-unquote rival. Historically.
All parting to
Indomitable
all who
proc.
dare stand before me.
But yeah, even if I didn't have... So true, Toby. So true. We killed Kazumasa.
All parting
But the
to
thing
all who
is,
dare stand before me.
due to the modifiers, we do not get to use the Kamakura Minamoto officers or the Kiso Minamoto officers. And by that I mean the custom ones. We have to kill them, and in the case of it, if we beat them in a decisive battle, we gotta fire them.
Your wish is my command.
They're only weak under
Your wish is my
Nobukatsu.
command.
Fucking Nobukatsu led them to ruin. But under Nobunaga, they're not ever really weak, yeah. Their lands start off pretty weak, depending on the scenario, though. Like, absent a great conflict, Oda have only one castle. So I'd argue they're pretty weak there, based off that alone, but... Yeah. For the most part, Oda aren't that... Yeah. I think 1567 just works, because I want the Taira and Owari, so it gives Nobunaga a basis without making him too weak. Because Owari, I know, is a pretty strong castle area.
Think before we act.
Yeah, don't let him go.
All parting to aid all who dare stand before me.
We're not gonna be fast enough, are we? No, we're fast enough, barely.
Our tactic. We will control the battlefield. Your wish
Can
is
we
my
take a
command.
Tanuki?
We must think before we act.
Can we take the Tanuki's head?
Advance,
First
the lot
battle?
of you.
Oh, crap. Yeah, I don't want that
Advance, the lot
point.
of
I need to avoid the morale, actually. But we're very top-heavy as a clan outside of the custom officers.
Your wish is my
Mostly
command.
because second-gen Taira were
I
not
will.
that great.
Soldiers, we move now. The soldiers must be confused.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
How should we proceed?
Get
Your wish is my command.
Kiyomori, get in there! What? Is he stuck? No, there he...
Calm yourself.
10-pronged assault! What will you do against the tactics of the absolute man who could dominate courts?
Witness the might of my military.
We couldn't kill Ieyasu. Yeah. Having to wait for Yoshitatsu to die as Tatsuoki's gut for a Tatsuoki run does suck.
Enjoy this moment.
I'm sad we couldn't kill Ieyasu, but other than that, that was a good fight. But yeah, this is one of those runs that I chose to do as a community run since I put so much effort into it. But I could have done it without it probably and been fine with it.
What in the
I just
world?
thought since it's such an interesting concept and I know not a lot of people are familiar with the Genpei War, it would make a fun community run.
Their castle shall be ours ere long.
And I do encourage y'all, if any of y'all want to try this at home, go right ahead. Like, it is a little bit of work. I think between creating the officers and setting up the map, it took me about maybe 2 hours, 3 hours. But if any of you want to do this at home, more power to you. I ain't gonna stop you. But now we...
Commencing assault on the castle.
Also, one thing to note about Kiso Minamoto, I don't know if I told y'all guys this. If you read the post, you would already know. These guys start off with all their horse ranches unlocked and a stable in every castle. Also, they got cavalry supplier level 5 already. And Laws of Kai. So, yeah, they have level, like, what, 11 cavalry in Takeda already?
Commencing as this.
Viceroy's authority proc.
Hands up.
Moto Tada, last...
My answer is no. You are more generous than the rumors suggest.
Yeah, like, we're surrounded on all sides, and the only thing preventing us from total collapse is the fact that Kamakura Minamoto is locked down for 3 years by the Coalition. Because these guys hate us, these guys hate us, this is our only friend, and these guys are chopping at the bit if we go that way.
I have a fine idea.
And these guys have have Lazakai plus, like, level 5 cavalry base. So, yeah. Level 9? What are they at here? I don't know. I don't want to know, actually. I've changed my mind. First castle... They say I can't take Okazaki. I said, who are you to tell me what I can and can't do?
Commencing assault on the castle.
Kia is trying to do things. Is she not kin? Did I not make her kin like I was supposed to? I did not. I need to fix that. If we take Okazaki, Ieyasu's done. Mostly, why am I even still on 2 times speed? Question, ain't it? Yeah, it doesn't have a coalition mechanic at all. So I had to I'm going to be manually aligning all the capital clans for 3 years to simulate a coalition-like experience against me and Oda. Basically. But I have to reset it every year is the thing. It's kind of a pain. Yeah, pretty much. Oh, fuck. Takachika almost routed because I got pop-hoped. I know who I want to give this castle to, but they're out and about right now, I think. I want a supply station.
Consider it taken care of.
And then I'll get a trading town there. How much are we taking a hit right now? A lot. Why are we blockading? Finish the damn job.
I have brought great shame upon
Try to get the
myself.
tribe? Yeah, I know they are.
We have assumed control.
We got Okazaki, boys.
Commencing as
We've
Viceroy
caught the enemy
authority.
officer.
I mean, is there anyone here I wouldn't want? I'm gonna get picky with my officers for this run a bit, I think. I would want Senna. You're bad enough. You're bad enough. You're bad enough.
I will do everything in my power for my lord.
Oh. Huh. I don't know. Do I take Moritsuna or do I not? I don't want to kill him. Who are you related to? I'll kill him.
My pain
Ends here. I want to give this to Ikari's character, the Kawamori himself. Now, Anjo, who do I give this to? Could give it to one of our 100 poems guys. Let's give it to Kagechika. Yeah, we lose Equestrian, but we didn't have a big... And I should put Hugh over here. I think I will change the portrait on Kawamori just so I don't get them mixed up long term. Do I leave Sunny Boy home? I'm always worried about moving Munamori out because he is the heir. And I don't want him to be on a march with a unit later on where putting my female warriors unit here actually would be a good idea, yeah. Oh, Surf Trigger!
I'm in your debt.
Who we got? Alright.
I will enter your service.
Taratsugu Ina.
You have my thanks.
What is Theoda doing? Nobunaga? I swear to God, if you get me killed. Also, I want it to be known, I would have gave us Narumi too, but for some reason, when you play as a custom clan, you can only start with a max of 3 castles. Which is why the Odas still have Narumi. This game treats custom clans like shit, man. I hate it. Did set. Freaking. Bright side is Ieyasu is pretty much done. Downside is this is my next op. Because I'm gonna be honest, I can probably ignore Ujizane and be fine. I mean, it's Ujizane. What's he gonna do? Cry at me?
Have you a moment?
Where are the ninjas? So Hanzo's there. Yeah, no, I'm not touching that. I do want an irrigation canal and a second trading town.
Leave this to me.
We'll do irrigation canal first. I hope he does, Wolf's Heart. At the moment, until I get an alliance with Hojo, yeah. Right now, my biggest problem right now is I might need to up ranks, honestly, when I'm looking at this. Because I didn't realize you had to be captain rank and not, what was it? Samurai leader to do policies. So I might up all the Taira family members to captain rank.
Certainly.
I might have to do that just so I can do policies earlier. I thought you could get away with it.
I have a stratagem.
It's about to fall. Is this a waste of money? I kind of want Reiren. But if the castle falls, this won't work, right? Or can it still work even if the castle falls? Anyone know? Like, if I try and extract Reiren from this castle, can I still get him if the castle is no longer there? Or am I just going to be wasting gold? I'm kind of forgetting that right now. Only... As I said, Thomas, I attack Nagashima. The Rokaku are allied with the Kamakura Minamoto, and there's a chance they dogpile me. By letting the Oda take it, they're going to be protecting my border. But they are risking Kamakura Minamoto dogpiling them instead. But that's a risk I'm going to be willing to take. You gotta think long term with this type of stuff. You think short term like that, and we're gonna get really screwed really quickly. Yeah, there goes the Ieyasu. No, they're attacking Imagawa. Oh. Huh. Hello, darkness, my old friend. And Ieyasu. Well... Wait, no. Not... Kambada, Futamata, Kambada. No, it's just straight up Imagawa. Okay. I thought they were... Do I leave that on? Well, wait. This can't proc because Shingen's not in charge, right? It doesn't matter. And with a lot of these events, because... I forgot about the Kitabatake being able to attack me, honestly. That actually is kind of annoying to remember. This kind. I read Oda Clan have fallen to Hojo, and I've already forgot there is a freaking Kanto Oda. I want that one labor back all of a sudden.
If I could present my idea.
If they're saying it's going to be difficult, I'm worried about who it is.
May I?
Reiren is on defensive extraction. Castle of Forge Town. I cannot promise you that, Reiren. However, I can promise you to go somewhere where the guy has guns. Why is he saying... This isn't enough? But I don't own a Forge Town, do I? Well, I just wasted money on this. I don't have a treasure or anything either. I have no way to win Reignites over. Thanks for wasting my time, Shimotsuna. I think I don't like you. Yeah. Distant employment.
Something I'd like to discuss.
I wish I had a bit more gold to start, honestly. Kazuji Nakamura. You also want a county with a forge town. What part of Misa no has forge town do these people not understand? It has gunnery. Maybe throw them over here, yeah.
I'm in your debt.
When am I at supplies? 100 days exactly? Yeah, I should already have Authority of Ruler and all these online. But I made a minor misstep on that front, and that is my bad.
I've had a thought.
You can do that, sure. Do I wait? Do I go? I mean, I guess the question is, how fast do I think Ujizane is gonna go? Since there's no event now. The answer is pretty damn fast, apparently. We'll wait one more month and then we'll go. This could be a really bad choice. Maybe I should have took the insights there. I don't know. Oh, I'm lacking money. That's the problem. I'm done explaining. I've explained enough tonight.
How should we
I'm gonna
proceed?
just go back to playing the game.
I will.
Let's get rid of Ieyasu.
How delightful.
Damn Tanuki. Is he not even coming out himself?
This is it. To battle. My blade thirsts.
You're serious. You are actually serious with this shit. Yoshinaka's already shredding. That's the goal here. I'm too scared to go east, but I think I gotta go west and... Well, no, I'm too scared to go west, so I gotta wrap around east so I can get enough force to go west. That's the idea here. Yeah, English.
It's time to teach our
I didn't think Ujizane would fall as fast as he
Your
has,
wish is my
to
command.
be honest, but...
This is our moment to seize the key point.
We must think before we act.
Also, that trick people found with Eccentric is going to be very important for this run.
I await your command. Advance, the lot of you.
I don't think that'll stop them. Honestly, I'm not too excited for GTA 6 myself. I found them okay growing up, but honestly, I was never a big GTA fan. They were fun if I played them, but eh. Granted, the only one I ever finished was 4, but I get the appeal, I guess. I just don't care for the appeal.
The enemy will soon lie broken.
Noritsune, what are you doing?
I will.
He's like a boring. You know what? Go for it, man.
How should we proceed?
Build the spear wall. What?
Want you...
The enemy will soon lie broken.
How should
Yeah,
we proceed?
don't fall back. Face them head
I
on.
will.
Kagechika needs to go wrap around that way.
Once.
and Kawamori.
The key point
I don't
must
think I
remain
should
safe.
nerf Kawamori considering the power of the run, but we need. Ikari, I think for the most part balanced him out because while he has insane traits, his tactics and general stats aren't out of this world. I think it kind of balances out.
Will not waste this chance. Hurrah! Our army holds the advantage.
But again, this run's just super high powered is the thing.
This strategy will
Ten-pronged
seal the
assault.
battles out.
What will you do against the tactics of the absolute strategist?
Advance!
I await your command.
Your wish is my command.
I mean, I think we should be getting a new NA sometime soon. I just don't want it to be unfinished this time, but asking Koei not to release an unfinished product is asking the world.
The enemy has nothing before my tactics.
I've learned that the hard way. Of course, my dream announcement would be another Samurai Warriors game but not in the 5 art style. Yeah, it did.
We move, storm the castle.
But that's not Koei either. Resident Evil is Capcom.
May I?
I shall
Saizo!
Not a problem.
I think the main thing about strategy games that beat most other games is they have more depth. To be honest. Not saying other games are bad, it's just... I don't know. I like depth in my games, man. Fujizan is still alive, but we gotta move. Can EA also get his sorry ass out here and die already? He's gonna die. Please don't make me waste troops on this. Ieyasu, paging Ieyasu, get your sorry ass out here. Lord knows you ain't winning anyways.
Consider it taken care of.
After this, I'll unassign Kia so I can. Chico is gonna need to go home soon. At 18 troops, we gotta get
Your wish is my
him
command.
out. Where's Ieyasu? Why are you?
It's to be a field battle. Take formation.
I've decided you're the worst. That's what I've decided, Ieyasu. I don't like you. I hope you die in a ditch again. I hope Ujisato haunts your nightmares. Yeah, yeah, about that way.
Let us teach them the meaning of war.
He's eccentric!
We're taking
Oh no!
the key point. Forward.
Anyways.
We're taking control of that key point. Your wish is my command. I will. Target the key point. Advance!
How delightful.
Oh wait, do I just have to hover for that?
Target the key point. Advance!
I thought...
Make a move
Okay.
immediately.
I will.
Also, Kagechika, you have 18 men. What are you gonna do? Please don't kill yourself. I need you. I need all of you.
Accept.
My tactics will see us through this battle.
How should we proceed? Advance, the lot of you.
I will. Target the key point. Advance! The enemy will soon lie broken. I will. The enemy will soon lie broken.
Please charge Ieyasu. Please be dumb. Please be dumb.
This enemy
Don't be
is
dumb for
nothing
me,
to
please.
sniff at. I will. What?
We must think before we act. We'll drive them back.
Wait.
Quite.
No. No. Ieyasu, where are you going?
Accept.
Let us pulverize the enemy.
We must make
Gotta
a
get him
move
to come back. Baby, come back! He is not coming back, is he?
Will not waste this
Nope.
chance.
He did not come back.
We must make a move immediately.
Oh well.
I will. Soldiers, we move now.
Your orders.
I guess we can have him take that point. The only way we kill him now is confuse abuse him down fast enough. I don't want to bring Kagechika up for his confuse though, because Kagechika has 18 soldiers and I can't risk him dying.
How delightful.
He is too important to the Taira clan.
Your wish is my command. Your wish is my command.
There's a chance, Ancient, but I'm not gonna risk it, to be honest. 10-pronged assault. What would you do against the tactics of the absolute strategist?
To the front.
Quite.
But this is one of those runs I can definitely see myself coming back to with the other two clans. Maybe not Kamakura Minamoto because they're so strong, but like maybe as like Kiso, it could be fun too.
My feats are insufficient.
Well, we destroyed his unit and Ieyasu survived again. Someone tell me what the Kagemusha is.
Hearing such triumphant cheers is what truly marks it a victory.
I need to know where he put the Kagemusha. Also, I think it's pretty obvious that I based Kiyomoru's his portrait off when he was old, not young.
I'll gladly take
But
the
I'm gonna
castle off your head.
clarify that now, because he had two different portraits for young and old, and I went with his old one because I felt it made more sense for what we're portraying here. I'll take everyone here, honestly. They're not all that great.
My thanks.
I feel bad for Mototada because he gets captured so often. That's my cue to re-up all the alliances. Kamakura Minamoto already re-up the alliance with Sitsui. Luckily, there's the 3-month truce period after they run out, to where you can easily manually recreate coalitions and stuff. As long as you stay on top of that. Haven't grown much. I don't know if we have enough manpower left to take the castle is the problem.
How should we proceed?
Might you have
They
a
want me
moment
to do what?
spare? I have a fine idea.
Okay. Who do I give this to? Might have to give it to Sunny Boy. Maybe?
At once.
We'll give it to the Poem Brothers. Once the other one gets back, we'll take him there. Not great ops. Thing I have to try and do. Well, I can't even march out at the moment. I need to unassign Kia now, because she's not going to be doing any more building. Wrong person.
Certainly.
And instead, just auto-assign anyone. Here. That.
I will see it done.
Yeah, I need her to build. We have no food. Who? Why is he dying? Just... You wasted my gold for that. I hope you know that. Fujizana is gonna survive with one castle for the moment. Moriyama have fallen. The Taira clan welcomes all court
I have a
ambassadors
stratagem.
to witness the glory of Taira. Are they sending enough to take it? I don't know if I got my settings right for this stream either. I feel like... Am I still playing on EX hard settings? I'm not, right? I am. I can fix that. So yeah, I was accidentally playing the whole test stream on EX hard. Huh. Funny how that works. There we go. Fix that. Playing the whole... I did not want to do this run on EX hard. What was I doing? What happened? I forgot to change it from last night, guys. I will apologize there. His employment quit, so we wasted 2K, you're telling me. Can I have my money back?
I'm confident I can handle it.
I was wondering why Ujizane was falling so fast. We got enough food to where we can finish the job, surely. No, we do not. Where's our thing at? I probably should have already been investing in farms. Give them civil, yeah. Tomonori.
I'm in your debt.
You know, Kiso Minamoto turning around, fucking bum rushing me as soon as Ujizane is gone. Also, I can't do anything about Ieyasu because he's bulked himself down in Nagashino.
We should talk.
I fucking hate this. Oh, what's going on here? Are the Oda allied with the... They are. Interesting. I mean, there's no rule against the Oda allying the Minamoto. Who are you talking about, Wolf? Sorry, the Oda? Or Kiso Minamoto? Because, yeah, Kiso Minamoto were always going to be in the way. But Oda, they're not quite in the way yet. They're going to be soon. Well, not soon, but eventually.
I will see it done.
Yeah, no, the Kiso were always going to be a problem. Also, Nagashino has so much HP, it's really hard to take. And I can't really take it at the moment.
Success!
What events can even still proc? Okay, name change, Jishinai, Deep Desire. Bye-bye, Ujizane! Oh. Yeah, Kiyomori, we need Oda help ASAP. Like, Rocky. I don't think I can get Ieyasu before they do at this rate.
Leave this to me.
Which sucks, but it is what it is. I'm glad everyone in the clan is smart enough to know not to build gardens, though. Ieyasu, what's the odds? Is Hanzo gone? What happened to Hanzo?
Acknowledged.
I would like to express an idea.
Ujizane is a landholder. I want to see who they gave these castles to. Kanehira is in Funamata. And... Is Tomoe up here still? Shingen's up there. Does Tomoe still not have her own castle? There's no way he has not given... No, Tomoe is over here in Kunamine. Okay. I might not really need to do the flip around thing for Takeda since they conquer so quickly. Oh, Kiso.
But of course.
I'm getting food railroaded right now is my problem. I'm gonna go for the employed because it's more likely to succeed than a distant employment right now. I'm surprised I'm not attacked already.
I am yours to command.
Can I move? right? No, don't.
I
Yeah,
can
these
dream of
two, I
happiness
want to
greater
move
than
the
this.
civil construction guys
Great,
up
great.
here so they can. Okay. Probably Chica doesn't have anyone, does he? We lose castle rate on our guy though. Yeah, worth it. It's already at level 5. Yeah, I'll give it to
I can dream of
Kagechika
happiness
instead.
greater than this.
You've my sincerest thanks.
Only reason I don't want Kia there as
Superb!
an overseer at the moment. This is gonna go away before I even get to it. Yep, they're mobilizing. I saw that coming. 37, 38. We need one more month with Nobunaga. Okay. I guess my question for y'all is, do y'all think Nobunaga should be allowed to ally the Kiso and Kamakura Minamoto? Or do y'all think that I shouldn't allow that either? I honestly do want feedback on that, because it's like, since he's allied with us, him being allied with our two biggest rivals, despite being claiming descent from Taira, doesn't make a lot of sense, I feel like. But, I don't know. Is that too, I guess, insane to do? Like, too out there? Or would y'all say it would make sense he wouldn't ally them, considering he claims descent from the Taira clan? Just curious on everyone else's thoughts. My personal opinion is it wouldn't make sense for him to ally them, but again, I don't want to be, I guess, too overly helpful towards myself either. But yeah, if y'all want to give some input on what y'all would think about not allowing Oda to ally either of them, because I don't think I made that a rule, did I already? Where they're not allowed to be allied with either of them? I might have and forgot. Yeah, no, I didn't. I was actually kind of worried about that. Yeah, that's something I was thinking about, but I wasn't sure what the proper way to balance it would be. Considering I know Oda on his own will normally allow Takeda, who is in the Kiso Minamoto, takes the place of. I don't think he'll ever ally Kamakura, luckily, but... Also, these two aren't allowed to be allied. What the hell? They're not allowed to be allied with Takeda. Wait, are they not allied? Oh, wait, Wakasa. I'm stupid. Never mind. Carry on.
May I?
Are they gonna be done? Yeah, we might get attacked in a minute. I'm ready for that if it happens. I do need to re-up the alliance. But yeah, that was something I was thinking about, but I didn't want to be too hand-holdy towards ourselves. In a way that felt unfair. That's why I am seeking y'all's input on what y'all would rather do when it comes to the Oda thing. Since they did claim Taira descent, and so them being allied with Minamoto would not make a lot of sense. lore-wise, anyways. I mean, I gotta leave Ieyasu alone. Can you really not send me anything? Oh, wait, they're still truced out, aren't they? Yeah, alright. Sure thing, Nobunaga. I'll just go, I don't know, hurt myself or something, I don't know. Kia is my builder. Do I pick this fight now, or do I wait for them to attack? How long are the Oda? 6 days? Let's see. Once the truce runs out. Yeah, that's kind of the thing, is Nobunaga was a future type of guy, but he was also like the only guy willing to ever claim Taira descent too. So it's like he'd probably want to prop up the Taira just to use them, but would never. But the question ultimately turns into: do you think that would prevent him from allying the Minamoto, propping up the Taira? Because he did break his alliance with Shingen, and Ieyasu did have to bear the brunt of it. So it's just one of those things that's really a hard call to say, because since Nobunaga was a man of the future, it's hard to say if the Taira clan was still around what he'd do, because obviously he'd use them to his advantage. But like when the Takeda turned on him, he worked with Ieyasu to wipe out the Takeda too, is the thing. So it's like, would he really ally with Minamoto so he doesn't have to fight the Taira wars, or would he basically like work with them in order to wipe out the Minamoto? And I lean towards Nobunaga would work with them to wipe out Minamoto. Does that make sense, Ancient? I mean, if I sound crazy, just tell me I'm crazy.
Well, what word?
How much can he send me?
Very well. I accept.
Nobunaga himself is taking the field. Nobunaga's goal, at least during this time period, was indeed the capital.
Get back to the castle at
But
once.
at the same time, I also think about it of, yes, his goal was the capital, so obviously he wouldn't want to ally with the Minamoto, but you also got to keep in mind, when the Takeda finally did turn on him, Nobunaga basically said to himself, screw these guys, wipe them out. But of course, by then, he already had the capital and control of Japan in his grasp, and considered the Takeda just an annoying buzzard fly he wanted to swat that had attacked his ally Ieyasu. So it's not like Nobunaga himself never helped his allies, you know? If it was in his mutual interest, he would. But would you say... But wouldn't you say since... Well... I don't know. I'm trying to chew on the thought right now and figure what way would work best for this, I guess, with the Oda situation. Because obviously we're not going to be alive forever. But he also would probably consider the Taira to be his replacement for Tokugawa. Is the other thing to think about.
Advance, the lot of you.
That's why I kind of go back and forth, because of who Nobunaga was historically. I can't believe he came himself, to be honest.
Have you a moment to spare?
Right, I gotta fix the alliances real quick. Because the... Yeah, the thing is, with the Eastern Force, it does eventually break down anyways around the time the Takeda stuff would break down, so late 1560s, 70s, regardless of if he has the capital or not. Also, is this year 3 of the Coalition? Does anyone know? I'm kind of lost on if we're in year 3 of the Coalition, because I've refreshed this 2 times, right? I think we're in year 3. What's the year in game? 15... Yeah, this is year 3. We've already refreshed the Coalition twice. So after this year, the Coalition is done. Right? Because it was 1567, this would be year 2. No, we'd refresh it 1 more year, right? It starts 1567. I mean, I might have gave them a couple extra months of Coalition too. I'm trying to think if I... Has it already been 2 years of the Coalition? 1567, we started it then, it's 1569, yeah, okay, this last year. I'm driving myself crazy. Clinically so.
As discussed.
I can't believe we get Nobunaga in this fight. I can't believe he cared about us enough to come himself. I thought for sure he was going to tell us, yeah, I'm not going to come. Like, get bent.
I will take care of it.
But I just need his help right now, for sure. Who are they bringing? Nobutomo, Masakage. Kanehira's already here. All 800 soldiers. Yoshinaka himself is here. Is Tomoe coming? They did not pull... No, wait, what? No, they did pull Tomoe. I need to have you join up with everyone else in the attack.
Their castle shall be ours ere long. The battle is beginning. Be ready.
Already strong authority, huh? 12B, 35. Oh, Kita Batake are moving. Yoshinaka himself has 10k, doesn't he? Yeah. Guys, this is why I said this is gonna be hard. Is look at this. Like 3 tribes, and then look at their cavalry levels. Oh, we can still lose this, absolutely. Do they not have Laws of Kai online already? Only at level 1. Guys, we got Nobunaga. I think we'll be fine. Oh, we got tribes. Oh, we got tribes. Yeah. I have a Nagahide, a Nobunaga, a Nobunaga. I always forget. Having one really strong ally like Nobunaga is going to go a long way in this run, isn't it?
Never entered my mind.
And what's next?
I await your command. Shall we change our course?
Yeah, that's the thing.
We'll seize the key point.
Is even though they have that crazy cavalry, it won't matter if the AI don't do jack all with it.
We're taking control of that key point.
We must make a move immediately.
We're taking control of that key point.
The thing is, we don't have any backup units really, because a lot of our extra units are tribes.
Take control of
I mean,
the key point.
Red.
We're taking control of that key point.
Huh.
The courage awaits.
Monster of my own making, you say?
Trust them, man. Your wish is my command. This is our moment to seize the key point.
Yeah. Okay, that's a tribe. How are your times now? Courage awaits.
If you use the metal, come.
Yeah, he's gonna need your help, buddy.
Your orders, if you please.
The memorial's done.
At once.
Soon the center will be freed up. When it is,
The enemy has nothing before my
you
tactics.
can use Daimyo
I will.
to... Yeah, tribe needs to circle around. Nobutoyo's done.
Accept.
Oh, Yoshinaka himself is actually fighting Ancient. He's over here. I can't believe he came out. Oh God.
Will be destroyed.
He's actually decided to fight. Ooh.
Everyone, advance.
Guys, I thought Awakening AI was supposed to be bad. I feel had.
Quite.
I guess since they saw they were down like 10k troops, he charged out because he felt like he had to fight. I'm surprised we haven't been charged yet. To be honest, I'm kind of disappointed that we haven't gotten hit by the cavalry charge at all. They have level 10 cavalry, but nothing's happening. Is that just a sign of how fraudulent cavalry can be when it just refuses to proc? Might just be.
Accept. Your wish is my command. Soldiers,
But as I like to say, these guys are the side piece to the main story.
use the metal. Come. Your wish is my command. Target the key point. Advance. Even our foes' descendants will inherit the fear
Ow.
of Takeda's red.
There we go, finally. Got hit by a real cavalry charge. Wonder if Kagatsura is gonna break first of the tribe. They're both tribes.
Now,
Yamori,
my
Temprong
tactics
Assault.
will see us triumph.
Even our foes' descendants shall inherit the fear
Now is
of
the time.
Taira's red cavalry.
No. What did Brock just now? Awakening, probably? The question is, strong authority, where do I end up?
The soldier's magnificent valor led us to victory.
That is the question, right? Not quite to...
This cannot be.
How can this be? I'm deeply grateful.
Or castles flipped. Serve trigger. Sure. Sure.
I will
Sure.
enter your service.
Are they still gonna keep marching? That's what I need to know. Probably not, but we'll stay safe. And I have no one I can assign as an emissary because I don't have high enough ranks. The tribes themselves can probably go home.
Your orders.
Noi can go home for sure. He's not gonna do jack for us right now. Oritsune. I don't even know why I brought the tribe.
wish is
They weren't
my
gonna do
command.
jack. They held the line a moment, I guess. But yeah.
Quite. Get back to the castle at once.
Can I call Nobunaga to defend if I get
Send
attacked?
them a message.
I'm not gonna call on you for this because I don't think we're gonna need you. Oh, they went home. So are
We
we.
must think before we act.
I was worried about that. Luckily, Hojo, pal, buddy. Can we talk? Huh. I'd have to give up Sumpo, huh? Hmm. Give up Sunpu, but they could lose it is the thing. Yeah, we'll hand it over for now. We're not giving you the treasure though. Fuck that.
Fine by me.
You can have Sunpu for now. I'll come back for it, don't worry. Oh my lord. First thing I'm doing as soon as the stream is over is fixing the freaking problem of I don't have enough people that can freaking do what I need them to do.
I'm in your debt. I can dream.
Also, not gonna worry about the sun anymore. Oh, that's probably gonna need to be defended. Give you Tadanari. Yeah, I want to keep her around. There are some changes I already want to make now that I've got an idea of what we're dealing with here. Yeah, I didn't realize you had to be captain for policies. I thought you could just be samurai leader. So all Taira family members are getting promoted immediately to captain next chance I get. As soon as the stream's over. Because I'm getting policy capped here more than anything by just not having enough captains, and I can't do diplomacy for that same reason.
I'm truly grateful.
I'm kind of mad I didn't realize that it was captain and not samurai leader, but I think I just thought I needed to make sure I had enough castle lord. I think they got rid of the province. I don't know how to, and yeah, I think they got rid of the province already, to be honest. Like, yeah, it sucks, like, Kiso is gonna be a regent. They gave it to Shingen. They made Shingen the regent instead. That's crazy. But I don't think they need adjustments per se. I just think we got very fortunate that the cavalry charge there didn't do jack shit to us. I think we just got good RNG. Honestly, I think it's fine, Ancient. But as I explained why I think it's fine because Kiso Minamoto will take the Ujizane castles, and they will assign those custom officers as lords then, if they didn't already. So I think it works out in the end. Like, yeah, it takes a couple years maybe, because the Takara officers are so strong, but I think it's fine. And when it comes to Kamakura Minamoto, well, they're already fine as is. Does anyone know, do I have to do that officer thing to make them change lords, or will they just do it naturally? Because if the custom officer is strong enough, they'll do it naturally. then I don't see why I was even doing it to begin with. But I'd say for the Miyoshi, it's probably the custom officers are strong enough that they'll replace them anyways. Well, Miyoshi, Kamakura, Minamoto, y'all know what I'm saying. I get the Oda help for one time with the Kiso Minamoto.
I understand.
And then they went right back to aligning them. Never changed, Nobunaga. Ruined my day,
But
will
of
ya?
course.
Probably I'm going to hurt myself for not giving anyone captain rank. Because I am... We're already at the 2-hour mark, I think. A little over. So, stream ain't going to be too much longer. But yeah, the fact that Oda constantly re-ups their alliance with these guys is the main reason I brought up the Oda question of should we allow it. But I guess in the context of this, yeah, them not allowing Kamakura makes sense. And them allowing Kiso, I guess, can make logical sense because, as Ancient said, their focus should at this point be on the capital. Also, the fact Nobunaga's only got 7 castles and is at 24k is kind of crazy. But yeah, I think I see a vision for winning this now. And I think this will be a fun run. I do think we're going to end up winning it in the end, probably. But it's going to be tough, because this is the main problem I'm worried about. Part of me is thinking about extending the coalition time period to 5 years, but I worry that would be too much. But what are y'all's thoughts on that? Like, if I wanted to extend the coalition to 5 years, do y'all think that would be better, or do y'all think 3 years should be enough? Because of how strong they start out. I just don't know if the coalition's going to be long enough if I leave it at 3 years. Like, yeah, I'd have to worry about re-upping it, but... Like, I don't want us to necessarily be their equals, but I kind of worry that if it's only 3 years, they're already built up insanely fast with what they already have. And I worry about them just sweeping through the capital and causing a big problem of wiping us and Oda out. Of course, maybe once it wears off, Nobunaga will try and roll the capital like normal. Yeah, I thought 3 was fair. That's why I said 3 at first. But it does kind of lock him and Oda out of growing, too. I think my biggest concern for this run and our success is going to be if Nobunaga, like, goes this way. Like, if he pulls us into fighting these guys too early, we might just lose everything because we need to be here and not here. Also, I hate how I don't have enough prestige to make Ieyasu a vassal at least. Man has bogged himself down in Nagashino, and it has so much HP I can't even take it. This is the reason I say this. Nagashino is an amazing defensive base, but as a castle, it's so shit. Fucking... If you want to live, perfect place. If you want to freaking fight, hell awaits.
May I?
I hate that we had to give up Sumpu for this, though. Because I couldn't... But that mostly falls on the fact of, again, what me and Wolfsheart were saying earlier. I didn't realize you needed captain rank for policies and everything. And that was my fuck up. When we start the stream Friday, all the Taira family members will be captains, so I don't get policy locked and diplomacy locked like this. Because that's just no fun for anyone. What is... Yeah, I think I'll just leave it as is. maybe. Yeah, I think for the sake of the run, I'll leave it as is. But that's something I'll consider if, depending on how the run goes, if I ever revisit this. Also, can we acknowledge that Kiso and Minamoto are collapsing now in record speed? Kenshin's going against them. Hojo is done with them. Did I really hurt them that badly? Actually, don't answer that question. I read 12K and I'm like...
I can hardly bear to show my face.
I hate Kitabatake.
I'm confident I can handle it.
He's not a Lloyd, though. I don't care.
There's something I'd like to discuss.
What? Oh, she's on territorial... Right. Border dispute. Minamoto and Inshiki.
I'm absolutely thrilled.
Wait, what? They were supposed to have still been alive, weren't they? Yeah. Why? What happened? Why did the thing run out? Well, it's supposed to be the last year of the coalition anyways, I think. But they were supposed to have 8 more months. So what happened with the Ishiki thing? Oh, I messed it up. I need to... Yeah, no, the Ishiki one I messed up on. But, damn, we'll ride it out for this stream. It's not the main run, so I don't really care. Even in the main run, I might flub up a couple times with the coalition stuff a little bit. So if I do, y'all know it's never on purpose. It's just... I'm being stupid a little. But I need to be better at being on top of that for sure. Moment Morinari Falls.
What do you make of this?
Have you a moment? I shall see.
Yeah, we need Golvik to do it. Kia just around to be my builder at this point, honestly. She's doing the most with the least.
Get back to the castle at once. Get back to the castle.
And while we got
at
the
once.
time,
Ready.
I don't want to. I don't want
Returning
to
to the
send you
castle.
or you.
Return to the castle. Your wish is my command. Return to the castle.
Yeah, just these few.
A lot of you with me.
Because we got the destroy going off is the other thing. So we want to be there when the destroy goes off.
How delightful.
I have a fine idea.
Their employment is no longer available for some reason.
This castle will fall.
Should be able to take it, right? Want a supply station here. I don't have the gold. I'll wait. Oh, I don't have the labor either. Lord Yasuharu Wakizaka. You have the gold and the supply station here.
I shall do all that I can.
Oh, Limp Biscuit's there. More it anyways. Okay. That annoying needs to get off the stack.
voices! Battle awaits!
Are we serious? Alright, take good needs off the stack.
Return to
I don't
the
see the
castle.
point of
I
fighting.
thought myself better than this.
I messed up. Oh well.
The enemy has turned
If this
tail.
was gonna be fully the main run already, I would have not done that, but there's a reason it's a test stream and not the main run, as I like to say at the moment. That's because I would not have made that same mistake if the run was online.
We have assumed control of their castle. Commencing as
Find the man to be sure.
Find the man to be sure. Can we get
I will do
Nobuyasu?
everything in my power for my lord.
What about Senna?
You have my allegiance.
I want to take who I'm going to take first, and then we'll kill the rest. I have to think about that one.
I am yours to command.
I do want Hanzo.
I shall stake my life and follow you.
Tadakatsu is so broken, I don't feel right taking him.
I will do everything in my power for my lord.
The other four die for sure.
Die with me
Tween,
I will end
yeah,
your
sure.
service.
We'll take you.
I will do
Hondo.
everything in my power for my lord.
Need a lord here. Oh, hey, I can give it to Nobuyasu. Or, you know what? Give the boy his castle finally.
I'm in your debt.
Give him Nobuyasu.
You have my thanks.
To me, probably would have been better
I didn't
elsewhere.
dream
But
of happiness
okay.
greater than this.
Yeah, I think what I'm gonna do for Tokiko is I'm going to trade her. What is it? Utmost Devotion for Oath of the Dagger. Because I think it just fits better for her thematically. And Kiyomori's already so strong that I don't think a plus 10 across the board will really change anything. Because the thing is, Kiyomori is basically supposed to be our prime to begin with. Not in battle. I took the Hanzo and killed the rest. And the only reason I kept Hanzo is because I'm a huge Hanzo fan. Clan is your sworn enemy. Daimyo and you don't get along well. Why not, Senna? Why don't we get along well? I killed Ieyasu for you.
You have my thanks.
You should love...
Understood. I'm deeply grateful. Understood.
Next person is just
I
guard
didn't
gets a
dream
kick in
of
the teeth.
happiness greater than this.
I'm deeply grateful.
I finally can get a defensive base. Took 2 hours for that. I think I'm gonna flip-flop this between... Yeah, I like that idea. Flip-flop her stats. Oh shit! We're seeing actual stat growth from Thicker Than Water. Noritsune wasn't at 87 when we started, I'm pretty sure. I think he was at 85. But we're seeing stat growth from Thicker Than Water in the first 3 years. That's kind of crazy, isn't it? I've never seen Thicker Than Water stat growth, actually. What's Oda doing? They're attacking Karakumo for Kiso. I mean, it does make sense, Ancient, even if we don't like it. Because, yeah, obviously Shinobi would be considered dishonorable because you gotta think about they were killing people.
Consider it taken care of.
Well, we already have Miyoshi Ancient, which boosts ability for Kinsman too, so that could be part of it. I don't think I have anyone with Sink or Swim either. I thought about giving it to Kia, but I don't know. What was the other one you mentioned? Code of the Priest? But yeah, that was my main concern with doing like Sink or Swim, or what was it? Code of the Priest? Is it being too strong? I might swap her to Code of the Priest though. Because Code of the Priest is a lot slower than Sink or Swim, isn't it, in terms of EXP growth? And we don't have anyone with Code of the Priest. I don't think. And realistically, when am I ever going to get use out of Code of the Aristocrat? Does another clan have Code of the Priest so I can check what that does? By any chance? Because Code of the Priest is called for Scholar Monk, isn't it? Yeah, I don't want to do Sink or Swim because I don't want it to be too strong, but Code of the Priest might be something to think about adding to one of my officers for a run like this. Of course, I mean the custom officers y'all submitted if someone hasn't already. Shimazu have Code of the Priest, but they're not using it, are they? I don't think I ever see the AI use policies unless it's like Hideyoshi or Nobunaga, to be honest. Like, one of the important clans. They mostly ignore it. But yeah, realistically, what I would do in a run like this, I think, is lock down the East with Hojo. West with Oda until Kiyomori dies. Take out Kiso Minamoto from here. I might have to break my alliance to push Hojo out of Tohoku. Go take the coast here. If the Oda don't have it and I need to push them out. Yeah. Because this is a test stream, and I need to remind myself that. But yeah, I want to look at... I do want to look at Code of the Priest, and I do want to look at Sink or Swim. Again, just to be sure I'm not driving myself crazy with what I'm thinking about. What was the drawback of Sink or Swim again? Okay. Yeah, okay. Alright, I should promote Kia to... Right, Captain. Because I can edit station. Wait, Conservatives only senior retainer or above? Oh. Yeah, the loyalty on Sink or Swim, there's a loyalty hit for Sink or Swim. But the thing is, most of our officers from the community, I think, are above 200. So I don't know if it would make... And the Taira, I think. That's why I don't... I feel like the XP game, combined with the loyalty hit, wouldn't be significant enough. Does that make sense? I think we'd benefit more from the XP gain than we would from the loyalty hit. 50%, 100%. Yeah, okay, I need to put this on someone. I don't think I'll do Sink or Swim by virtue... Yeah, pretty much. That's why I don't want to do Sink or Swim for this run. It's just a buff without any drawback because we're so high statted. And it would only run off people like Charlie Brown over here, really, if we got them. But yeah, I might put Code of the Priest on Kia and Oath of the Dagger on Tokiko, but for the most part, I think I'm happy with how this has turned out. There are a few small minor adjustments I want to make, I think. But for the most part, I think I've created a pretty interesting run that can be difficult. I just gotta adjust a couple things. And also, I need to make sure to get some ranks up, because... Holy crap. I did not realize I needed to be captain for policies and diplomacy. That does change how I look at this now.
You've my sincerest thanks.
With that said, we've been nearly going at this 2.5 hours. So I think I'm going to be wrapping this up right here. Thank you all so much for watching. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, see ya.